He's one of the best coaches that's ever come through these doors.
Coach was a celebrity. Played for the Yankees, one of the best hitters to ever come out of Rochester, if not one of the best players. Decided to dedicate his time back to his school. For whatever reason, he chose us.
He had this charisma about him that attracted me, even though I was intimidated by him, and if he said jump, you jumped. But there was this ability that he had to make you feel confident.
He used to always say that the worst compliment anyone could ever give you is that you have a lot of potential, because potential means you haven't done anything yet.
Baseball is about situations, right? It's situation after situation, and then every once in a while you get presented with a situation that you've never dealt with, and you do the best you can with it. We would practice every single situation that could possibly ever come up because Coach Fennell knew every single situation that could come up.
He just got the best out of everybody, whether it was the 10th guy off the bench. Everyone was into the game, everybody knew their role, and everybody knew what the team goal was.
He just had this ability to make people excited, play harder, be more enthusiastic.
He never let you get a big head. If we had a pitcher that was doing really well, he would make sure that when they were throwing a bullpen, he would grab a bat and he'd step right up to the plate over there, and this is before we had fences, and he would just put one deep into the woods all the way out over there, just so their head would come down a little bit. And I don't know if that was for himself sometimes to say, hey, I still got it, or if it was his way of saying, hey, don't let yourself get bigger than the team.
2001, the season started tough. He was diagnosed with cancer in the off season with non-smokers lung cancer. So right from the get-go, we said we want to finish this season for Coach Fennell.
I remember all of us shaving our heads at my house in the laundry room before the first day of tryouts our senior year. So when we all showed up, we had our heads shaved.
It didn't matter that he was sick. It didn't matter that he didn't have hair. It was just baseball.
The doctor was telling him not to come, so he would come anyways. There was games where he couldn't make it to the dugout, but he'd look out down the left field line, and we see his car. We just see a thumb sticking out, giving us a thumbs up after we won the game.
In the quarterfinals for the states, we played against Greece, Athena, and so it was a close game, and Coach Fennell did not like a call at second base, and he came out livid.
At that time he had, I don't know what you call him, like the little walker thing, and he just falling right out to the home plate and started getting in this umpire's face.
Waving his glasses in the air, yelling at the ump, offering his glasses to the ump to help him see better.
Yelling at the umpire with his glasses saying, "You need these, not me."
The umpire wasn't going to throw him out of the game because, he knew these circumstances.
He already had his sectional championship, but he was out there fighting with everything he had for us. I'll never forget that.
I wish we could have came away with that state championship win for him, but that's still to this day probably the greatest season I've ever been a part of.
Everything happens for a reason, and when you look at his playing career, him being a father, him being a coach here, him getting sick, it all equals into a tremendous individual that we all celebrate and we all remember.
He was everything to all of us. He was a father, coach, role model, and honestly, I don't know if my life would have been the same if he wasn't in it.
I remember a guy that was larger than life, a guy that gave us his time when he didn't have a lot.